Hello guys, it's been a while since I posted a video from my garden, Berner Bonsai garden, but now it's time again. It's mid-July here in Denmark, 2019. Weather is beautiful and nice, so let me just show you around my bonsai garden and see how things have developed since last. And before we move on, maybe we should also say hello to my new friend, Mr. Kimura. Hello, Kimura. Yeah? Can you say hello? Yeah? Yeah, Mr. Kimura just joined me recently, and he's already practicing very well on the bonsai trees. He have been very good in terms of taking some trees and throwing them up in the air and biting them to pieces. So, yeah, maybe Mr. Kimura is not the right name for him. Anyway, so this is how it looks currently, and I have some new stuff that I did over the winter, especially this baby, which is put on a slab or a rock or whatever you would call it. One that I did this winter. I'm fairly happy about it. The group was assembled only 3 years ago, and I started out by wiring the branches. Sorry, I just got interrupted. I wired the branches and then I put this on this stone only this early spring. So it's a Sylvestris bovenensis, so Pinus Sylvestris bovenensis, and it's known for its small leaves or needles, and also that it's very happy in terms of back budding. So of course the trunks needs to develop much more and especially develop character in the bark. So this is of course only a very slow beginning, but I think in 5-7 years it'll be a nice little group. So I also have here the small Sabina that I purchased from Rafael Torres from Bonsai Sense at Mallorca. Go in, visit his bonsai site, Bonsai Sense. They have a lot of great trees, and they definitely have them at very fair prices. I also did this Berner Chinensis Media Blau. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I just started that a week ago. So let's see how that develops. It's again in the early stage, but I hope that it will be a nice tree. My big group of Acer palmatums back there are also having a great time. And my group of Berner Chinensis, it's actually a natural stone from Italy. So this is not one of the stones I made myself, it's a natural stone. That's really one of a kind. This group needs to be styled, and I expect to do that in the late autumn, and perhaps also repotted in the spring. My Quercus vaginea is developing nicely. And here my Mugo pine that I collected a few years back, also coming along nicely in its new pot. I repotted in this Tugunam pot this spring. And this is one of the Oleas, again from Rafael Torres at Bonsai Sense, and a small Sabina. Needs to be styled soon. And a Biciapis from the Alps as well. And my big rock here, I don't know if you can see it, but that's really a mess currently. But that is exactly how it should be, because this year it needs to establish well. I need to put on a few more trees here and there, and then I will style it again in the autumn. It's really heavy, so it's not possible to move it. So what I do is that I build a shelter around it every winter to protect it. I also have some rocks standing waiting for their ituigavas, which are in the greenhouse currently. So I have all the trees, but apparently not the time to do it. Maybe you know that feeling. So moving into the other part of the garden, me and my friend Emil, we put up this shade this early spring, and I also mounted this system with automatic watering where it rains every night, and as you can see, I also have the micro drip system, so all my trees are being watered by this gardenia system that I can control by my phone. This is Stuvace monadelpha group from Danny Hughes at Berner Bonsai, also coming along nicely. Actually wonder why the leaves are getting a bit darker on this tree compared to the others. Either it's because it's exposed more to sun, or it could be that I have had this rain stuff up on the leaves, and I know that the Stuvace are actually not very happy with rain on their leaves. If somebody out there know anything about this, please send me a message. Small group of Silkova serrata. No, Silkova. Yeah, Silkova serrata, of course. Sorry. And another Olea. And this is a good example of what not to do when you have a group of white beech or Fagus carnata. It has simply been exposed too much to sun in the late afternoon, and they simply do not like that. It will back bud and it will come back, but again it will definitely slow down the development. So not a good idea. And I put together this group, Carbinus laxiflora. Only actually this spring in a nice Chinese antique pot. So this has developed quite nicely, and actually this group are same age as the group over here, and again both are Carbinus laxiflora. But this group has been in the ground, and you can see how much that actually developed in terms of trunk fatness. I also did this small group of Pinus thunbergi. Actually, they are sown from seed by myself. I think it's 6 years ago. Yeah, something like that. And then I put it on this stone that I again made this winter. I have another one over here. I don't know why my ulmus is getting that bad over summer. It starts out being really fresh and nice looking, and then it just becomes more and more sad to look at. And then next spring it'll be happy again, and then the same thing will happen. I don't know exactly what it is. Again, if you know anything about ulmus, let me know, please. Again, a group of it's Japanese quince or Chinese quince. I'm actually in doubt. Again, sown from seed. So you can see, again, exactly sown at exactly the same time as the Pinus thunbergi. So you can see things actually develop quite fast. So in 6 years you can have a group like this. Definitely worth trying. It's a lot of fun. I have this small ituigava, which I brought home from Japan, and I styled this little baby back in autumn last year, and the pot is from Pavel Slovak, a gift. Thank you, Pavel. I appreciate it. And again, the second group of Pinus thunbergi and my red maple, way too big leaves. The pot, I really love it. I've been looking for that pot for more than 5 years, and finally I found it at No Landers this February. This ituigava is actually styled by Hutsumi. I was so lucky to purchase it from him when I met him at the World Bonsai Convention in Japan a few years back, and I got it for a very fair price. Really nice tree, I think. Some groups, Sarkova, and a mixed Nordic group and a mixed Japanese group. Now, as you can see, they are not so happy. They have all been repotted this year, and my experience is that often when you repot the first year, they spend a lot of time on establishing their new root system, and therefore it doesn't look so nice on the foliage. However, next year will be much different, so I'm patient, and it will develop nicely, I'm very sure. Again, all the slabs have been something I've done myself. I also did a few other slabs down here. You guys can see them, but you just need something to put on them. And my big, large forest, that's a huge motherfucker. Never been repotted. I've had it now for 19 years, 19 or 20 years. I need to give it a little bit of a cutting. And also this big group of Isopalmatum coming along nicely. Again, needs to be cut a bit, but again, developed nicely. Then I have this big Catagos, which I purchased from Yvonne. She has slowed down on bonsai. She has developed so many extremely great trees. This is a very raw material, but it's really a fine piece of material. I look much forward to working with it. I had this Tournam pot, so I was able to repot it when I bought it back in spring. A few trees that I'm taking care of for my friend Emil. And a Yamadori from Sweden, and this little Ituigava on a rock. I put it together earlier in the spring. I think it's coming along nicely. Just a big Tanuki, not styled yet. My little workshop. Oops, I can see there's a bit of a challenge here before it falls down. Hello, Mr. Kimura. How are you? Huh? Hello. Also have this group of beech. And again, another group of Isopalmatums. I love aces. Here's my little greenhouse. I need to tie it up this. And here we have some of the small Ituigavas that will go on the rocks. And I have also some big junipers in here. I did some sign crafting on those. Well, didn't turn out as I hoped for, but again, sometimes you just need to practice and learn from it, and that's what it will do. The reason why they're in the greenhouse is that when you have done sign crafting, they do not like to be exposed to direct sun. So in here it's actually nice and shady. Mr. Kimura is not satisfied. We want to do some more bonsai, but he's too destructive to work with bonsai. So again, a small group of Isopalmatums. And that was actually it. So thank you for watching. Have a great time and a great summer. Cheers. Bye.